might be more difficult for someone who's overweight to get a job. And now new research shows English speakers are much more reluctant to even give a job interview to someone who is obese compared to Spanish speakers.
Yeah, we got all this new information today from the Paso del Norte Institute for Healthy Living, and we have ABC7's Darren Hunt, who was there at the press conference and has the latest. Darren?
Bob and Estella, the hope is to show how weight bias adds to the problem of overcoming obesity. And after seeing the numbers, it appears there's a cultural divide in our region when it comes to this issue.
I think everybody should be treated fairly. It doesn't matter how much they weigh or how they look.
And there's no excuse for them to not to be able to get a job just because they're a little obese.
El Pasoans weighed in on the results of this Paso del Norte Institute for Healthy Living study, finding among 5,000 respondents, 41% of English speakers expressed reluctance to give obese people a job interview, while just 17% of Spanish speakers felt the same.
It's a disturbing number. It is. It is. I'm an employment lawyer, and that looks like statistical evidence of bias to me.
The U.S. population often blames the disease on the person who is experiencing it, where in some other cultures, that's not necessarily the way that they look at it.
I think some of the stereotypes that come with obesity are that they're lazy.
Victoria Bruce is the weight loss surgery ambassador for the hospitals at Providence.
I talk with a lot of our Hispanic patients when they come in and their family doesn't want them to do it. They don't believe in weight loss surgery. They don't believe in having this surgery to help with this disease.
I think it shows that there's significant discrimination and that Spanish speakers are less likely to discriminate against persons that struggle with weight.
Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford is an obesity medicine physician.
Just as we deal with issues as it relates to race and ethnicity, we really need to deal with issues as it relates to weight and how that across the board we're able to freely discriminate and not really face any repercussions for that.
Dr. Stanford, who came here from Boston to speak, said the best rule is to not judge a book by its cover. Just because someone is obese doesn't mean they're not qualified. Bob and Estella.